What's up? This is Adrian Morrison, and in this video, we're just going to do a overview of the dashboard. So of the Shopify dashboard, okay? So I'm going to go into another demo store that's more set up, has more things in it and test orders and stuff to give you an idea and look and feel of a store that's actually had some activity on it. All right, so in this video, I'm just going to give you a complete overview. So once you watch this at the end, you're going to pretty much know where everything is in Shopify, and you should feel like a Shopify master in terms of at least just navigating stuff by the end of this, okay? So right now, let's jump in Shopify. Okay, so here we are on the home dash. Just ignore these little notifications down here. This is just a different test store that we don't have like that type of stuff set up. It's just a test store. And right here on this page, you're going to notice that Shopify gives you a lot of stats right out of the gate. All right, so once you're generating traffic and once you're generating sales, on the home page right here, I'll just refresh the page, they're going to tell you how many orders you've generated, how many visitors you've had today, and then the number of sales. So basically your revenue will be right here, okay? And then down here they have this live view, right? So they'll be able to show you a map of how many visitors are live on your website right now. To me, that's very exciting because it's cool to see people on your website shopping in real time. The higher that number is, the more money you should see popping in up here if you've got good products and good ads. On the right-hand side over here is kind of like a overview chart of everything, and it allows you to look at sales by today, yesterday, this week, this month. You can go to different months. You can come over here and you can do it by year, so on and so forth. So this is a cumulative report with a sales graph, so you can see if your numbers are trending upwards, trending downwards, and it's very useful. Most Shopify store owners look at this, okay? This is what they look at. And as we scroll down to the right, it'll tell you how many sales you're getting from your online store, and it'll tell you what your top products are. So look right here. So it'll automatically daily tell you what your top products are. This is a great way for you to keep up with, you know, what products are really selling on your store if you have a lot of stuff there. They also have your payout schedule. So once you've been set up for payments, if you look over here to the right, Shopify will always tell you how much money you're owed, right? In other words, they're going to pay you. They're going to send you the money that, if you're processing through them, they're going to send you the money that you've generated in sales, and you can view all of your past and previous payouts to keep up with, your P&L. Then there's an activity section down here, and it just kind of gives you a bird's eye view of what's going on. If you have virtual assistants and stuff, adding products and installing apps, you can get a bird's eye view of that over here. So that's what this far right column is giving you access to. Now the center column is just a quick view at your live stats, and as you scroll down, they'll also tell you what your most popular products are in the last 14 days, and your most viewed, most add to cart, so on and so forth. They'll tell you what visitors are searching for on your store. So just a lot of data, a lot of analytical type stuff that's really interesting to look at, right? You see this is at one visitor now, so I don't even know why people are on this store. It's a demo store. Okay, so this is like your main dashboard, okay? When you really want to get some analytical data, I'm talking about some really crazy stuff. You see this link right here that says View Dashboard? Look to the right here. It's a little blue link. All right, they may change this in the future. They're always updating things, but you hit View Dashboard, and it's going to open up like this crazy dash with all these numbers on it. I don't look at it that much, but it is a valuable part of the Shopify dash, and it'll give you that cumulative report we were just looking at right here, but it also gives you data like visitors over time. Like it'll show you, are you trending up or down? It'll even tell you how many people are coming back and buying stuff from you over a given period of time. So if I were to go year to date, remember this is a demo store, so I don't have too much in here. All of the stuff will populate with sales, online store visits, repeat customers. So it'll tell us 23% of our purchases are from, or 18% of our purchases are from repeat customers. And as we scroll down, there's more data on how many orders we're getting, what our average order value is. In other words, that is, what's the average amount of money that a customer is spending on our store. We teach you, we do a lot of training on how to make sure this is on up there and a big average order value. They give you your conversion rates, so conversion rates on buyers, so on and so forth. This section right here is important to look at. A lot of people like to look at conversion rates, and what you really want to do is try to figure out, hey, when someone visits your store, what's the average percentage of those visitors that make a purchase? Shopify gives you that data, right? Generally, a lot of the stores that I see people running get anywhere from like 4 to 8% conversion rates. So that's, I would say that's a good target to look for, but it really all depends on what you're marketing and what your price points are. Okay, so don't say, oh, I have to have 8% conversion rate. Yours is going to be different. You'll find your own conversion rate, but that's a good little window right there. They'll also give you your top products by units sold. So how many of these have you sold? So it tells you what your biggest product is, like this unlimited diamond fireworks thing. It's 210 sales, 10,000% higher than the rest. All right. Online store visits, it gives you analytical data by where your visitors coming from, the US, Canada, UK, Australia. Even device type, so desktop, mobile, tablet. You should end up seeing that majority of your visitors probably will be mobile. All right, so isn't this amazing? I mean, literally you click one button, Shopify is tracking all of this data for you. And I know at first this is like, holy cow, it is a lot of stuff. So don't freak out over this, okay? It's just data, it's just numbers. You can look at it or not. And then you've got online store visits by traffic source. It'll give you an idea of your search traffic, social media traffic, direct type-ins, where most of your sales are coming from. It'll give you like your top pages visited on your store, top referral sites. This would be like, where is your traffic coming from? Facebook? Is it coming from Google? Is it coming from different blogs? So this is like straight up analytics, right? It's really come a long way. The most important key features you'll want to look at here are total sales, total online store visits. You'll want to look at repeat customer rate. That's a very important metric that you want to keep as high as you can. Average order value is another key metric you'll want to pay very close attention to. You want this as high as possible. It means you're earning more money per customer. And then your conversion rates. You'll want to keep an eye on this to give you an idea of this helps you predict really how much money you're going to make every day. If you know what your average conversion rate is, you can say, oh, I've got 1,000 visitors to my store today. I usually convert at 8%. And then you can kind of do some basic math and pretty much take a decent guess at how much money you'll generate today, right? So very cool stuff. So you've got analytics, right? So these are all analytical features. Also, deep diving a bit more into the analytics, you've also got reports, okay? Now, reports give you a good breakdown of your sales by time or by product. So you could say, I want to see how much money I've made every single month. And you can click on sales over time, and then you can go back and select, various months, hit apply, and it'll give you your sales by month. Oh, I forgot to click on. Got to go back up in the 2018. There we go. Okay. So it'll give you your sales by month. Well, I keep accidentally not clicking the right thing. It's because I'm zoomed in so much. I'm going to zoom out. There we go. There's my calendar. All right. So technically what I could do is I could say, let's look at the first of the month through the fourth month of the year. Let's hit apply. And now it'll give me a breakdown of the days and how much money I've made every day over the course of the last 4 months, right? Now, remember, this is a demo account, so there's no sales in here. But they give you this type of analytical data. So you really can get a good idea of how much money you're making over time. And you can also do reports on products. So you can say, I want to see how much money I'm making off of this product and this product and this product overall. So it'll take all of your products and it'll tell you how many you've sold, what your gross sales are, all that good stuff. So this is really great for people that like numbers. And then you've got Live View, which is a newer feature into Shopify. And this is like a live dash that shows you where people are in the world that are visiting your store. And it's really fun to watch when you have a lot of traffic. The next thing is the discounts tab over here on the left-hand side. You can create discounts for your store to do promotions. So creating a discount is very simple. They keep a list of all the discounts that you have and you've created in here. Discounts are a powerful tool in Shopify. But anyways, you can hit create a discount. Let's say that you wanted to create a 25% off discount for like a Black Friday sale or a spring sale or a summer sale. You would just name your discount code, so 25 off example. You put numbers in there, whatever, or they'll generate a random code if you hit this button right here. And you just choose percentage of discount, or do you want it to be like $5 off, or do you want it to be free shipping? This is just basic stuff. And let's say we wanted to give people 25% off if they use this coupon code right here. You could say we want this to apply to the entire order or a specific product. Who's eligible? Everyone or specific customers? We usually do everyone. More importantly, you would want to put usage limits on this. So limit the number of time people can use, or limit the number of discount codes that can be used, or limit the amount of usage times that a customer has from this. So in other words, you don't want to give a customer 25% off and them abuse it and use it a zillion times. So this makes sure that after they use it one time and they redeem this, that it discontinues the code, right? So this is how you build discounts. And then you just hit save, boom. Now we have a discount code that our visitors can use to generate. We just have to include this in our ads or email promotions. The next thing that I want to look at is the orders section, okay? So the orders section is basically where all of your orders that you're generating on your store are compiled from. So for instance, it'll give you the date that the order was processed and order number, and it'll tell you how much money you made. These are all 0 because they're test orders. So you can click on an order and it'll show you the product that the person ordered, their email address, it'll show you their shipping address, and then down here, it'll also show you, I love this, they have fraud analysis. So if it's a known person that's stealing credit cards or a known IP address that's committing fraud, Shopify will see that for you and they'll flag it as a high risk order and give you the opportunity to go in and cancel that out. So you don't have to worry that much about people using stolen credit cards and stuff like that. Shopify is very good at keeping up with that and making sure that you run a safe store. Additionally, underneath orders, and I love this, is a section where you and your team can chat about the order. So if the customer comes in and says they want another size or their order never showed up or whatever happens, you can actually type in here updated the size for the customer, boom, and you can add your virtual assistants and attach images, whatever, and straight up like have a conversation with your team underneath this order. And you'll find that that's going to be important in the future because you will have people that want a different color, want a different size, whatever, and this helps you keep up with anything and everything that's happening on this order. So my virtual assistants love this feature and they use it quite often. All right, so that's when you're going and you're looking at orders. So over here on the top left, you'd click on orders, boom. All of your orders are right here. You can search for specific orders, specific customer names, so on and so forth. There's lots of filters in here, so you can say only show me orders that have a high risk level, right? So on and so forth. So you just click around and you'll see that it's all very simple and straightforward. The next thing that I want to show you is the products section. So the products section, if you click over here where it says products, this is going to give you a list of every single product that you have on your store. So as you add products to your Shopify store, you will come to all products over here, and you'll hit add a product. And there's a whole training module on adding products to your store. Very simple. But this is like for management. So if we want to make a modification to a price point on something, we can either search for it, or we can come here and click on it, and then it pulls up the product listing. We can change what it says. We can change the images. We can update the price point. Everything can be done on this product right here from the products section. So in the beginning, you'll have 0, but as time goes on, all of your drop shipping products, all of your print on demand products, all of whatever you add to your store will be listed right here for you to easily access and easily modify in the future. The next part of this is collections, okay? Now, collections, as I described earlier in a module, are like aisles in a really big superstore. You go into Walmart or Sam's or whatever, there's so many things in there. They've got an aisle for kids' toys, they've got an aisle for toiletries, they've got an aisle for food, so on and so forth. Collections are how you keep things organized on your store, right? So you would have a collection for horse lover stuff, a collection for fishing gear, a collection for grandparent stuff, for all of the different niches that you're marketing, you would have a collection for. And all of those collections can be modified, managed, and created right here when you click on products and collections. And you'll see in another module the big deal about collections. This is just, so if somebody clicks on tactical gear, you'd want to display to them tactical gear. You wouldn't want them seeing grandparent gear or sewing stuff if they're looking at tactical stuff. So look at this as aisles in a store, and to do them, you just come in and create your collection. So you create your niche collection, and then you just manually put whatever products you want in that collection, okay? So collections, there's a whole video on that, but they're located right here, okay? Then you can look at your customer data. So all of the customers that are on your store, and everybody that comes to your store and buys something, Shopify gets that data and they give it to you. You see it's right here. So here's a list of all of your customers that have ever come to your store and ever filled out the checkout form, right? So all of that data is here. We don't really use that this much, but there is sometimes you'll come in here and you might want to look at how many repeat customers am I getting and who are my repeat customers. You can export this data as well and use it in Facebook ads, and we'll talk about that later. All right, so customers, let's see what else. Oh, then you've got apps. All right, so apps, we have a whole module on this as well, but these are little plugins. Some are free, some cost money, like $10, $12, whatever, that you can plug into Shopify and supercharge your Shopify store. So we have apps like Coupon Hero and Order Lookup and Pixel Magic, and you'll see trainings on all of these later. A lot of them are free. Some apps can cost money, like they're usually monthly, like $10 or so a month. And of course, you can visit the Shopify App Store up here, and it'll take you to this whole store full of free plugins, which is really cool. And some of them are paid. All right, so that's basically everything on the dash. Remember, you've got your home page, which is just showing you sales and information. You can manage all of your orders through the order tab. You can process refunds for people, update their orders, keep track with customer service. You can list and manage products from the products tab, right? Then you can take all the products that you put on your store and you can organize them into collections by niche, right? Like men's watches, women's watches. You can even have clearance sale. Like you might have a clearance collection where it's just like your cheapest stuff. You've got your customer data. You've got your analytics, which would be like your, the dash I showed you earlier, your discounts dash. You've got your apps dash. You've also got your online store, which we went over earlier, I believe, where you can customize your theme, right? You can customize everything about your online store right here. You can write blog posts if you want to have a blog on your page. You can add different pages to your store, like your About Us, your Contact Us, all of this stuff, right? It's just like basic navigation stuff for your Shopify store. You honestly won't use it that much. Down here under online store, if you go to domains, this is where if you want a custom domain for your Shopify store, you can buy a custom domain. And I highly recommend that you do that. I do recommend that you buy a brand name like a .com. If you want to do that, you just hit buy a new domain and then put it in, and they'll tell you if it's available. Like I might just say Adrian's store. .com, and they'll tell me if it's available. It's not. I could get the .net or .org. So whatever your brand is, you can put it in here, and for $14 a year, you can have your own custom domain for your brand right here, all done through Shopify and immediately connected. Very simple. You've also got your preferences. Your preferences is where you're going to be able to put in the title of your store, your Google Analytics, your Facebook Pixel, which there's a better way to do it. I'll show you later on. And then you've got your settings, right? So settings is where you're going to set up the general information about your store. You'll have your payment providers. How are you accepting payment? We did a module on that. Customizing your checkout, customizing your shipping and handling. Everything is in here, and it's so simple. It's so simple. Accounts, manage accounts and permissions. This is a big one because you can give access to. I've been a member a long time. You can give access to your virtual assistants through here. So you can give access to them by coming down here and adding a staff account, right? So adding a staff account lets your virtual assistants or employees log in and manage your store for you, which eventually you want them to do. Like you want them to manage your store. You don't want to have to go in and do all this yourself. I'm going to show you how to do it, but ideally you'll have virtual assistants kind of do anything that's semi-tedious. So you can add staff accounts. All you have to do is hit add an account, put in their name and their email, and then you can choose what permissions they have. Can they view orders? Can they view the dashboard? What can they do? You have full control over your staff. So that's just a quick overview of the Dash. There's a lot of stuff. Let me just be frank. Let me be honest with you. You're very rarely going to use any of what I just showed you, okay? I just want you to know that it's there. Most of the time you're going to log in, you're just going to look at this page right here, see what your sales are. You might come over and look at analytics and see what your top product of the day is and your conversion rate is for today. And of course, you'll probably use the apps section a good bit. You might be using different apps that supercharge your store that you learn about throughout my trainings and discover in the future. These are the three main things that you're really going to be using other than you'll add products here and there, but it's not like you're going to have a zillion products on your store. I mean, I teach you how to have less products and generate more sales. All right, so that's a good overview of the Dash. I hope that you enjoyed this. Look, go click around. You can't screw anything up. Click around, play around, but more importantly, watch all of these videos multiple times, and you'll see as we go through this training, I'll go more in depth over all of this stuff. So you become a master of each thing. Don't overcomplicate it. It's all very simple. You're going to look at your stats, add products, organize your products into different niche collections, right? And you're going to install apps on your store that supercharge it and do cool things. Shopify is a beautiful place, right? I mean, they make it so simple. It's point, click, boom. They give you the data. They give you everything that you could possibly ever dream of to run a successful e-commerce store. So that's it for the overview. Go ahead to the next video. I'll see you there.